Thank you, everyone, and welcome to another night of trivia on this beautiful Monday, August 4th, 2025. Who's ready for some trivia? And not just trivia, but that sweet, sweet cash. $50 whole is on the line. From my pocket to yours, happily I will give it to you, if you win. And as always, we'll be using Kahoot. So if you don't already, go ahead, download it. You can use a browser. No worries. But the app is easier, from what I've heard. So check it out. See if you want to do that. But yeah, how was everybody's Monday? See everybody in chat locked in, ready to rip. Who's gonna win this week? And also, I didn't say it, but as always, the winner can take that sweet, sweet cash. Or they can make me spin the wheel of punishments. Now, whether this is your first time here, you've been here for all of them. I'm glad you're here. But we'll go over what the wheel is. In just a couple seconds. The wheel. What the hell is it? What the frig is the wheel? All right, what's up, everyone? Let me see what are y'all saying? How are y'all doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. Zay in chat. Zay's got a good punishment idea. All right, we can talk about the wheel. All right. Give me punishments. It's a wheel of punishments. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all there was. And I'll spin it if the winner decides. Is that? Let me readjust that. How's that? Wow. Look at that. Look at that high quality. Pigman, we are very excited. Hell yeah, Pigman. Dye your mustache pink. We have the mustache on there. What else did I miss in chat while I was yapping away? Jackson says he's locked in. Nick's here saying I'm looking schnazzy. Oh, Zay, no. Zay says recreate your famous video getting some milk, vlogging vlogs with Vernon, but with expired milk. I don't know about that one, Zay. Eric in the building. Higgs says he seconds that. All right, let me pull up the wheel. Let's pull up the wheel. So we've done a few. We have a few done already. Also, I've had some complaints. I've heard the wheel. We don't like how the wheel spins. We'll probably stick with this wheel this week. I like Zay's idea. Rock the cornrowed mullet for a week. I could put that on there. Cornrow mullet. All right, so what do we have on here? So we have 24-hour stream, chat gets $100, wax leg, dye mustache, 100 burpees. We're taking it off. We already did it. Do it, you won't. I'll throw the cornrows on there. Zach's in chat. Y'all about to get cooked, Zay says. Cornrows, I'll just put. But who can give me the cornrows? Emil, can you do that? Is it cam good? Anyways. All right. We've got the rows on there. What else? Any other options? We have Cinnamon Challenge, karaoke, stream until we break a world record. It's not the streaming world record. It's just any world record that we can beat. Take the SAT. I have to do that. And we need to talk about that a little bit. Brazilian wax. I think we'll just leave wax leg for now. 10-minute open mic. That one will be pretty funny. It'll be brutal. Jump on a trampoline with a bunch of tacks on it. That one's a little too easy. I feel like it's kind of like it's like the Frosted Tips raw egg, but it's kind of like what the let me adjust this camera again. Do a Q&A. So a Q&A will do. I have a Q&A planned. Pigman, make one of the non-punishments where everyone in chat has to tell a friend about the stream. Hell yeah. Well, you should do that already. It's still chopped off. No, I mean, I'm on Pigman's side here. I want to put it on, but I know y'all will freaking riot. John saying he's going to start timing out people for being too nice to me. But bikini car wash. Bikini car wash. And all the money goes to charity. I guess that's reasonable. Let me think. We'll talk about that at the end. We'll see if the winner wants to spin or not. But hey, I think I'm betting the winner's taking the money this week. That sweet, sweet cash. Hey, it's not time to shred up yet. But I think we have a decent list still. I added one. We took one off. Yeah. What do we think? Holy frig, we got another subscriber, folks. 101, baby. The big time. But yeah. Should I make a lobby? Sean. What's the GRE? So you can prep for grad school. Jump in fish tank at Bass Pro. I've seen a guy who did that. Because I was thinking about taking the SAT in person. The Shaquille O'Neal of YouTube. But is the GRE, is that something I could take in person? Drop the pin, boy. Everybody, all right, everybody's getting antsy. Y'all are getting antsy. Don't worry. I am preparing the lobby. Lobby incoming. Hold, please. Freaking makes me log in every time. I was worried for a second. I thought it freaking... Pin incoming. Bam. All right, and so if there is anyone who's new here and doesn't know what's going on, so you put the pin in, so they're in there quick. But so obviously you want to get the answer right? But you also want to answer it quick. Because the quicker you do it, the more points you get. So not just right, but also quick. And I will put this at the top of chat. And I will pin it. Pinned. Because then if you get booted or something, just get right back in. Stevie J. Dylan. Dog emoji. G Money, there he is. Vito, Dangus. Come on, everybody, get on in. Pete's tonight. Huge ass. LeBron lover. I love to see it. CC. RG. All right, everybody, get on in there. Mad Dog in the house tonight. Friggin' grab that link. We got 28. We'll give it another couple few minutes, maybe a minute, and we'll fire her up. $29. Get in there, Higgs. And if you get booted, I think you can get right back in. I don't want to get anybody left behind. The Golden God. Herbie Verse smells. Jesse. All right, give me that 29 again, and I think we'll rip once we get 29 again. I think that'll be everybody locked in. This could be a competitive night. Who do we got? We got a couple champs in here. We got Tiff. She's been lurking recently. 29. Potato Taco. I don't see Papa P tonight. He had a strong showing last week. 29. Is everybody ready to rip? We'll give it enough. Oh! CC's back. Juan Julio. All right, I think we're going to fire it up. It says, watch me cook. I've been training. All right, folks. And trivia night, August 4th, 2025. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pause the music. Trivia night. In 3, in 2, in 1. In Norse mythology, what is the creature Jorgenmongrinder? A bear, a serpent, an elk, or a wolf? Sorry, I butchered that. Hopefully you guys can read well. I blew that big time. Get those answers in. I was going to go for the actual pronunciation, and I frigged it. It is a serpent. That is right. How'd we do on the clicks? Holy frig, Kels got it in there. Everybody was a little slow on that one. Make sure you're live, everyone. Make sure you are live. All right. But that, I mean, I think that was partially because I frigged up the asking the question so much. Juan Julio, CJ Higgs, and Ari. Okay. Slow start. It's all right. Jormungrundir. I can't say it the real way. It's the Midgard serpent, okay? And he battles Thor during Ragnarok. All right? On to the next question. The word muscle comes from the Latin word meaning what? Tight bundle, little mouse, strength, or knotted rope? The word muscle. What's the Latin word? What does it mean? Little mouse. Oof, that's a tough one. I know it makes no sense, but it is indeed little mouse. Who got it? Who got Ari and Dog? I don't know who you are, Dog, but you got it. Ari's the only one with the back-to-backs thus far. The Romans, I don't get this. I don't make the rules. I didn't invent Latin. But they thought muscles were shaped and they moved like mice. Allegedly. That's what they tell me. Doesn't make sense to me. So don't riot at me, okay? All right. Lock in. Which U.S. state has the only royal palace on American soil? Virginia, Louisiana, Texas, or Hawaii? The only royal palace on American soil. We're not about the monarchs over here. Usually. Get those answers in. Come on. It was Hawaii. How'd we do? Oh, snap! Man, I made the question kind of tough tonight, I guess. Terror Bear rising up. Sean getting in there. Okay, Tiff is locked back in. Huge ass. Now, these are some quick answers. This is what we like to see. Maybe y'all were getting hit with the lag switch. And I frigged up the question, like I said, but fun fact. Owalani Palace in Honolulu was home to the Hawaii's last monarchs. But let's keep it moving. I know you guys like going quick. Which writer was denied a Nobel Peace Prize or Nobel Prize nomination for literature for lacking highest quality of storytelling? J.R.R. Tolkien, George Orwell, Agatha Christie, or Stephen King? I got a speech impediment tonight, folks. I'm sorry. They were denied this nomination for literature for the Nobel Prize. It was Mr. Tolkien. Tolkien. Can you believe that? Ooh, Terror Bear, Tiff, Herbie Verse smells, CC and Higgs. Oh, we got a 9. Ames with a 9 places. Jumps up 9 places with that one. Tolkien, who was good buds with C.S. Lewis, and C.S. Lewis nominated him. But the frickin' committee, they said, his work has not in any way measured up to storytelling of the highest quality. Can you believe that? Idiots. Shows how much they know. Am I right? Back on the charts, Higgs says. All right, let's keep it moving. What is the rare mental disorder where people believe a familiar person, place, or object has been replaced by a duplicate? Munchausen syndrome, Capgras syndrome, delusions of grandeur, or abulia? Man, I cannot speak tonight. I'm sorry, everyone. Munchausen, Capgras, delusions of grandeur, abulia. It is Capgras. Capgras. How'd we do? Oh, and Tiff. She's been playing it kind of slow these last couple of weeks. But she smells blood in the water tonight. Juan Julio rising 8 places. Huge ass rising up. Ari. Terror Bear still in 2nd place. Or I think she rose up a couple spots. Capgras delusion occurs in roughly 0.12% of the general population, and about 1.3% of those with existing mental illnesses, such as schizophrenia. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry you're going to fall victim to the Capgras. It's a French word. Let's keep it moving. In The Matrix, what color is the pill that Neo takes? Is it red? Is it blue? Is it black? Or is it green? Which pill did Neo take? And he found out just how far the rabbit hole went down with the red pill. Oh, snap. Taking the lead from Tiff is huge ass. McMillan. Stevie J showing his face on the leaderboard. Man, it is a tight race tonight. You guys are just getting better and better each week. Did you know that Will Smith was originally, they wanted Will Smith to play Neo? Can you believe that? But he turned it down for Wild Wild West. So, you could say that was a bit of a fumble. But then we got the beloved Keanu Reeves. I know, imagine if Will had played Neo, that would have been horrific. No, I mean, I like Will, but not his role. Next question. This actor was just a new kid on the block, but did a hate crime on a Viet. Was it Denzel Washington, Mark Wahlberg, John Travolta, or Bradley Cooper? They did a hate crime on a Vietnamese person. And they were just a new kid on the block, if you catch my drift. Get those answers in. You guys got it. Mr. Mark Wahlberg. Oh, and Terror Bear rises up quick. Had that quick finger on that one. Man, tight race. Back in '88, a 16-year-old Mark attacked Than Lam, breaking a stick over his head and calling him a Vietnam fucking shit. Later that day, he punched another Vietnamese man, Hao Trinh, in the eye. He didn't like Vietnamese people, I guess, back then. But he has apologized for it, I guess. And I think he served like 45 days for that. He got convicted of attempted murder. And then he ended up just serving 45 days. So that's that. Next question. Who was the first artist to have a #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 in 4 different decades? Was it Madonna? Was it Prince? Was it Taylor Swift? Or was it Mariah Carey? A #1 hit in 4 separate decades. Get those answers in. Come on. It was Miss Mariah. And the way she did it was a little not what you would expect. Or maybe you would. Tiff gets that one. Holy frig. Starting to open up a lead. All I Want for Christmas is the one that let her achieve that. Because I think it was 2019. It achieved a #1 spot. And then in the 2020s, it achieved a #1 spot. And then she had a bunch in the 90s and the 2000s. But the more recent ones was All I Want for Christmas, which was released back in 94. But an absolute banger nonetheless. Let's keep it moving. What video game became the most downloaded mobile game of all time? Subway Surfer, Candy Crush, Angry Birds, or Pokemon Go? The most downloaded mobile game of all time. Subway Surfers, Candy Crush, Angry Birds, Pokemon Go. Holy frig, it was Subway Surfer. Oh, that's all the Zoomers. That was a question for the Zoomers. All the Zoomers and Gen Alphas out there. Oh, snap. And the dog. The dog taking second place. LeBron lover on a freaking 5-place climber. It's all right. There's more questions. Do not be afraid. Do not fret. It's been downloaded over 2 billion times with a B, as they say. Billion with a B. But we keep it moving. What movie's Blu-ray release came with a fake menu for Never Been Kissed as a prank before the real one appeared? Spaceballs, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Deadpool, or Fight Club? It came with a gag menu at the beginning of the Blu-ray of Never Been Kissed before the real one appeared. It was Fight Club. Yep. They did a prank on everybody. Oh, snap. Terror Bear. McMillan, Stevie J, Vito. Ooh, G Money with a 7th place rise up. We'd like to see that. Little fun fact. It was David Fincher who was behind the gag. And allegedly, he got Drew Barrymore's approval to do it. Because if you don't know, she was the star of that film, Never Been Kissed. Which is a very weird film, if I'm thinking of the right one. It's where she goes back to high school as like an undercover reporter or something. Weird movie. But let's keep it moving. True or false? You should subscribe to Vernon before he gets wicked famous. True or false? I don't know. We haven't seen one of these questions in a while. This Vernon guy, should you subscribe to him before he gets wicked famous? Get those answers in, folks. Oh, and it was true. We have 3 freaking traitors. No, there were no points. Don't worry. These questions suck. I know. But hey, if you haven't, holy frig, we got 2 more subscribers. What the heck? If you haven't, yeah, think about it. If you're new here, it's free. But let's keep it moving. Back to the trivia. Sorry for slow rolling. Let's go. In this country, it is illegal to own only one guinea pig because they get lonely. Switzerland, Norway, USA, or Rwanda? It is illegal to own only one guinea pig because they get so lonely. Which country? It was Switzerland. Yes. How'd we do? Oh, snap. Terror Bear opened up a bit of a lead here. The Dow comes back. Tiff still hanging in there. McMillan, Stevie J. CC, 6 places. Nothing to scoff at. The 182-page Animal Protection Ordinance has information on how hundreds of species should be kept. They really care about that over in Switzerland. They're the second most guns per capita in the world. They like their guns as well. But let's get another question. This fruit is said to be 25% air. Apple, banana, peach, or watermelon? I had to look into the validity of this, and I guess it kind of checks out. Apple, banana, peach, or watermelon? 25% air. Watermelon, it's called watermelon. But it is apple. Allegedly, they say that's why it's so buoyant and floats so well, but other things float and they're not 25% air. McMillan gets a spot. Taking a spot from Tiff. All right. Fun fact. I didn't have a fun fact about it. Sorry. Here's an apple. But that means we get to keep it moving. What was the chainsaw originally invented for? Logging, surgery, cutting ice, or digging? What was the chainsaw invented for? Originally. It was surgery. Believe it or not. As horrifying as that sounds. How'd we do? Okay. McMillan coming in hot. Takes the lead from Terra Bear. Tiff rises up some more points. The Dog and Vido. Paulie Black. Highest climber on that question. It was used to more easily cut bone. And this was the first one. The first chainsaw before, this was like back in the 1800s too, I believe. But enough yapping, on to the next question. What body part has no blood supply? Teeth, cornea, lymph nodes, or the coccyx? No blood supply. Teeth, cornea, lymph nodes, coccyx. Get them answers in. It is the cornea. Yes. How'd we do? Oh, and Terra Bear takes that lead back. Tiff drops down to 5th. Vido, the Dog, and McMillan. All right. Still a tight race. What? Less than 1,000 points from 1st to 5th. The cornea, it receives oxygen directly from the air. Kind of weird. Kind of crazy. And if you didn't know, now you know. And I think that's why they can't, you don't have to worry when you're doing a cornea transplant. You don't have to worry about it being rejected because there's no blood involved. And okay, make sure you're live, everyone. I forgot to mention that, but make sure you're live so you're not losing any seconds on the quiz. And we're going to move on to the next question. What is the term for a word that or design that looks the same, rotated, or mirrored? Ambigram, palindrome, panagram, or homophone or homophone? A word or design that looks the same, rotated, or mirrored? Either one. Ambigram, palindrome, panagram, homophone. It is ambigram. A palindrome is the same forwards and backwards written. But an ambigram, you could flip it upside down and it'd be the same. Oh, top 5. That was a tough one for the top 5. CC took 7 places on that one. Y'all better watch out. Friggin' CC's coming in quick. Think SOS, pod, suns, swims, past. Can you see if you switch them upside down? And this was just a nice picture I found on Kahoot. I hope you like it. But does that make sense? An ambigram. Now you all know it, and you'll never forget it. But on to the next question. What country holds the record for shortest war in history? France, Monaco, Zanzibar, or Bhutan? The shortest war in history. France, Monaco, Zanzibar, or Bhutan? Come on, get those answers in. Get them in. Come on. It was Zanzibar. How'd we do? At the top 5? Okay. The dog rises to the top. Terror Bear, Vido, Tiff, Big Villain. That was a tough one. Hugh Jass coming in hot. The Anglo-Zanzibar War occurred in 1896 and lasted 38 hours and 45 minutes after the Brits bombarded the palace, and then they gave up. They said, all right, you guys got it. You win. We surrender. But let's get another question. How we do? All right, everybody. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. I think we got 3 questions. 3 or 4. So, and it's a tight race still, so lock in. And the next question is, what nut is technically not a nut? Pistachio, almond, cashew, or peanut? Which of these nuts is not actually a nut? Technically speaking. Pistachio, almond, cashew, or peanut? Come on, I want to see everybody answer. It is the peanut. Let's have a look. Oh, and Terror Bear and Tiff come charging back. McMillan hot on the heels. The dog and Video still within 6 places for Sean. I'd love to see how close it is down here. I think these people right here are just freaking nipping right at the heels. 6,700. It says, but it says nut in the name. Peanuts are legumes, like a bean. I'm not the one who makes the categorizations. Okay, I just report the news and the facts. All right. But yes, they are a legume. They are a bean. But everybody, stay locked in. We have 2 more questions. Yeah, it's 2 more. And the second to last question. This fruit was such a sought-after status symbol in Europe that it could be rented as a dinner table decoration. Mango, papaya, pineapple, dragon fruit. It was so sought after back in the day. People would rent it out. It was indeed the pineapple. Now let's see what the leaderboard looks like after that. Oh, man. Holy frig. Okay. All right, do we have... Or I think we have 2 more questions. But this is a friggin' tight race, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. Well, we have 1 more question. What am I thinking? In an 18th century European pineapple could run you around $8,000 in today's money. It's an expensive pineapple. But all right, folks, you've made it through to the last question. All right, you've made it through all my friggin' speaking mishaps tonight. I need to do my freaking. I need to learn some freaking some mouth exercises so I can speak more clearly. But we're on to that last question. You suck at talking tonight, John says. Is everybody ready? Are you live and are you locked in? You are? Okay. And the last question of the night is, in Georgia, it is illegal to carry this in your back pocket. Ice cream cone, water bottle, wallet, or full-sized flashlight. It's illegal to carry in your back pocket in Georgia. Which one of these items? Ice cream cone, water bottle, wallet, or full-sized flashlight? It is the ice cream cone. All right. The next question is, or the next slide is a fun fact. This law, it was put in there to, so people wouldn't lure away horses back in the day. And they could say, oh, I wasn't doing it. It was just following me. So that was the origin. But, folks, we've got the podium on this next slide. And from the looks of it, we could have a new champion tonight. Or we could have one of the OG GOATs of Trivia Night. Are we ready to see? All right, let's go. In third place, with a score of 7,032, is the dog. I don't know who you are. And in second place, 74, is Tiff. And in first place with 8,398 points is Tear Bear, a new champion. Holy frig. And McMillan and LeBron Lover in the fifth place spot. Holy frig. Man, you guys made it through a tough one tonight, I'll tell you. I could not speak for the life of me. I apologize. Tear Bear with the big win. Holy frig, folks. Pigman says that was tough. Was it tough because of the questions, or was it tough because of my freaking stuttering and stammering all night long? Hey. There is no shame in taking the money. I know everybody wants to wheel. Taryn, do not feel obligated. You won that money fair and square. Can I double it? How now, brown cow? Tiff Cat says. Tiff, I know you freaking were right there at the end and just barely got squeaked out of there. Can I double it? Taryn says. What do you mean? Or bikini car wash? So you want 2 wheel spins, is what you're saying? I don't know. You have to either take the cash or you get one. I'm only giving 1 wheel spin. I can put on the bikini car wash if you really want. But you can also just take that sweet, sweet cash. You say yes. What do you say yes to? What are we thinking? Tara, what do you say yes to? Do you want that sweet, sweet, amazing cash? But add car. Okay, spin the wheel, but add car wash. Oh, jeez. All right, hold on. Oh, jeez. You got it. She did it for the people, folks. I think you need glasses. I might. Car wash. Car wash. Bikini. Bikini. I think you need speech therapy. I do. All right, adding. Are we ready, everyone? Ugh. What am I gonna have to do? And remember, I still owe you the SATs, okay? Spin the wheel. Spin that wheel, she says. You want a wheel spin? I'll freaking give you a wheel spin. Ugh. All right. Usually something not too bad. Okay. Here we go, folks. In 3, 2, 1. Spin it. What do we got? Oh, man. 10-minute open mic. I mean, as you guys just saw, my speaking is not one of my strong qualities. Oh, man. 10-minute open mic, folks. What do we think? I was speaking with one of the moderators. It was actually his idea, Dangus. And he was saying there's a couple places that he knows that we could do one. And cheer you on while you want to come to it. That's going to be great, John says. Oh, no. The friggin' open mic, folks. We have to write some material down. You've got jokes. You see, my comedy is very different than actual real comedy. Do we get to pick the venue? 10 minutes is what the wheel said. Where do they hold open mics? I guess Dangus was saying there's there's a few places. I think most of the time people sing and play music and stuff though. So I'm going to I at least have to be able to put together a nice 10-minute. Yeah, there's got to be some places in Portsmouth. This is your moment. No, folks, I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad, which will be more funny for you guys, but for me, it's gonna be pretty bad. Because I'm really with pre-prepared stuff or like stuff where you have to like recite. I'm horrific. To a song. Hey, it doesn't say comedy. I could go up there and do rejection proof. True. I could go up there and do some singing. But no, we'll do the comedy. Practice on a live stream. It's gonna feel like hours. Rejection therapy. True. Did y'all ever read that book, Rejection Proof? It's a great book if you haven't. John Man says no comedy. Oh, has to be comedy. Oh, Aslan, like, no, you're doing comedy. Holy frig, we got another subscriber, folks. We're at 104 subscribers. Can you hardly believe it? What the hell? Holy guacamole. But yeah, so also this week, everyone, PSA, announcement. I'm going to make a Google form. All right? I'll make a Google form, and you can register your name that you use. Register whatever name you want, but then you'll just use it all the time for trivia. And just like, I'll have you put an email. You can just make like a burner email or something. But I want to be able to do that so we can do the rankings. Then we'll have rankings each week. So then, if you're doing poorly, you still want to try to get as many points as you can, because rankings will go off points per game. All right. So I'm going to make that this week, a Google form. Holy frig, 105. What the hell is going on? Holy guacamole. But I will put it, I'll make it like a community post about it on the YouTubes. So you can check in with that. Let me get that Google form. I know the stats, that's what I'm going to be most... For me, I'm a big stat nerd. I love looking at all the stats, seeing what's going on. Then you can track how you can do each week. I'll tell you what, the more people we get, it's going to become pretty cumbersome, probably. But I will do it for you guys. All right? I'm here for you. I want to make it as entertaining as possible. So he says, Uncle Non, Zay. What's a bikini car wash? Where you wash cars in a bikini. Well, I would probably wear a Speedo or something. Yeah, Sean, do you know anything about that? If you do, you should look into it for me. Because that would be nice, just being able to export everything. Terror Bear says, nope, bikini. It would be nice to like be able to automate it in some way. Or at least, you know, be able to export it into freaking Google Sheets or Excel or something. With a sign for like an hour minimum. Oh, hey, we didn't land on bikini car wash yet. I think Juanito's peacing. He says he's out. Hey, there's no bikini car wash happening, folks. We did not land on bikini car wash. It is just on the wheel. All right. But what do we think? Besides my horrific emceeing tonight, I don't know what the hell was going on. There's always next week. Yeah, I don't know why I was, my speech was so impeded this week. What are you going to wear for the open mic? That is a good question. What should I wear? Should I run a suit? Should I get up there all glammed up? Heat stroke. I tell you, I'll sweat right through this suit if I wear the suit up there. It's going to be brutal. I'll run the suit if y'all think. Has this music just been blaring this whole time? You guys haven't said anything? I'm sorry. I apologize. We needed that music way down. I think bikini to the open mic. But yeah, how were the questions this week? Sean's freaking on it. He's got me some important data. Sean, text that to me. How do I copy? Orange Speedo thong. Questions were good. Sean, shoot that to me in a text, what you just said. Ooh, that is nice. Okay, I get it. I see. Can I copy? It seems fairly easy, though. I feel like I'll remember that. They were hard, though. And I made them harder with my freaking speech. Bikini with a blazer. Uncle Han with the Speedo. It's a bathing suit for boys. Yes, sir. Shawnee Mac, that's me. That's me, brother. Don't run the suit. Well, can you hardly believe it, folks? We got 5 new subscribers tonight. I appreciate that. Big man, I appreciate that. He's not going to bomb, but let me tell you, I'm going to bomb, and it's going to be pretty bad. Run the Hawaiian shirt. I think the Hawaiian shirt might be the play. I think you guys are right. Or Sarah, you're right. Little Hawaiian shirt. You mean you can't hate on somebody with a Hawaiian shirt too much. But also, what should my 10 minutes be about? What should it... I'll have to do some thinking on my 10 minutes. LeBron. Do some LeBron jokes. Hey, LeBron, that's always a good call. Funny things. Good one. Good one, Enchanted. That AI Bigfoot. See, that's the thing. You won't. It's hard to say because you don't know the crowd. I'll have to. Are they going to be old folks? Are they going to be young folks? We're going to have to do some scouting. We're going to have to check the demographics, see what kind of jokes will hit. What's the deal with the toasters? What's the deal with peanuts on planes? Toaster, I hardly know her. Shoney Mac hit me up with the way so that I can track the scores going forward. But I'm kind of just dilly-dallying, wasting y'all's time. I'm sorry. I think it's about that time. I feel bad. I'm just freaking jibber-jabbering away about nothing. About friggin' nothing. But thanks for coming, everyone. We had a good turnout tonight. Amazing class participation. And hopefully we just keep getting better and better, right? And next week I will try to not stutter and stammer every single question. I don't know what the heck was going on. Maybe I'm dehydrated. I am hungry. I gotta go get some snacks. Maybe I'll make some ramen. A little ramen. 105 subs, that's right. But with that being said, top fave snack? That's a tough one, Nick. Let me think on it and I'll come back to you. But yeah, thanks for coming. Come by next week. I will plan my 10 minutes for the stand-up. And I will film it, obviously. We won't do it live because I don't know how to do that well. Last time I tried it, the quality was horrific. But yeah, thanks for coming. Give me a little shreds before we peace out. 20-piece McNugget. Give me a little shreds, everybody. Shred it. Thanks again.